over the world in front of so many different audiences. Is there anywhere that you haven't performed that you would like to?
There's some places that I think, well, I've been to South Africa, I've been to Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, Ethiopia several times, to Gambia, Senegal, all these places, but I've not been to South Africa yet, and I think it's a very significant location in the history
Absolutely.
of Africa and also in the history of humanity.
Absolutely.
And I look forward to really shaking hands with the Honorable King Mandela.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of my, definitely, that's one of my, movement, my vision.
Do you have it on your calendars yet?
Definitely. There's something in the pipeline, so I'm looking forward to that. It could be about before the year ends.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
Let me take the time out to show my respect to the Honorable Consulate of Jamaica, Mr. Martin. Yeah.
He's happy to be here with you, right?
I believe, King, I believe that what is happening, the youths, I think they're losing their respect for elders and respect for foundation and people who have laid the foundation. I now respect for their mothers and their fathers, because if a man really remembers saying your mother out there listening to certain songs, you're not going to sing certain type of dirty lyrics. And you respect your mother if you don't see your mother listening to your grandparents. To me, it's this breaking down of respect that is causing what is happening now. You see some youth nowadays, it's, man, put up your pants, man. What's happening to you, man? I say, man, what's wrong with my pants, man? There's nothing wrong with me. I say, come on, look at you. Look at you today, man. So, I think this is where it's broken down. When there's no respect, even in a relationship, if there's no respect there, then, they talk to each other in which way. And I think this is what we need to do. We need to establish some form of governance in the music where we stipulate the type of music that is played on the radio. And some of these disc jockeys, they don't care either. Because if you just go on the radio and play any old thing, then these people think that it's the norm. And once upon a time, like even you read the Bible, tell you someone going somewhere and if you're not careful, you'll get stoned if you're not saying the right thing. No, these people are not doing these things to these youngsters come and saying all manner of things and cussing them out. And they say, oh yeah, and they're just taking it and dancing, So they're like chickens without head. And this is the time we have to stand, in the celebration, we also have to have someone to remind them. And probably we need to play some of Marcus Garvey's speech for them.
Wow. We're going to have to do that. Luciano has sent the directive.
I think so.
And we're going to accept that challenge.
Like every day we
read
one of the speech. We're going to select a speech from Marcus Garvey of His Majesty. Something about the history and, where we need to go as a people, honestly.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. How do you think that we make the repatriation movement viable in today's world?
Well, I find that if you're not interested to go to Africa, you will have all the money in the world, but you still will not go. You have to have the notion and the means by doing so. Some people have the means, but they don't have that drive to do so. So sometimes we need people like, like a motivator. That's what Marcus Garvey, Honorable Marcus Garvey, stand for. So as a messenger, I am one who will also remind the people. I have to give thanks. I have a house in Gambia, with enough respect to President Jammeh, Yahya Jammeh. And for people who are coming home and respectfully wanting to come and strengthen Africa, there's a place for them. But I think one has to be wise in terms of the location, because there are some places that, like even in Darfur and those places, you have to know where and when to go. Because like in Sudan, division through, politics and so on. So one has to be wise. And I think if you're going to go into a place, you have to study the logistics of the place and the geography of the place, the politics of the place. So it's wise to do that before you make that move. But even to take a trip, because sometimes before you go making big plans, you go and taste and see.
Right.
Take a trip, buy a ticket, go down there and look. God Almighty. There are so many people right now, especially even in England. They have money and they can buy many tickets, but they would never even take a ticket to go on. So when I sing about give me a one-way ticket, I got a one-way ticket to them, but when I go forward, I realize I need to come forward to come and tell the people that, come on man, Africa is not as bad as how they make it look on the news. They give us censored news. You have when you go to Nairobi, it's just like Manhattan. Nice, colossal buildings, and they have wonderful. You have internet cafes, same place, and all those. You don't lose anything.
Right.
When you go to Gambia, you meet people who love to go to clubs and so. There's nice clubs with air conditioning. There's nice malls and so on that they can go in and shop, and so they're not losing anything. Some people think it's some bush place that them going, some back a wall place. No. Africa is well developed and it's on its way. I think what is the only problem that we have in Africa is that the politics, through greed and all that, people sometimes, it's investors who come in sometimes and cause a division. But if the leaders of Africa should be let alone, I know they will do the job to really restore Africa. And yes, sir. Mm-hmm. 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 Definitely, as I say, if people go on the internet, because the internet is one good way. If you just punch in major cities of Africa, they would start seeing so many different things you would never believe. Because remember now, it's information age. Not like one time a man can go to this, boy, it's be a big belly fit the dumb. You just punch in, go on the internet and punch in and see for yourself. So when you see you can pick, choose and refuse. There's Ghana also well developed. So you can go on the internet, search out and say, all right, let me see if I should go to Ghana or Gambia or Kenya or even Ethiopia. Let me see which is so you choose. But what I think, as I say, experience teaches wisdom. If you have the chance and the know-how and the opportunity and the means of doing so, buy a ticket. Because if one man from a community could go and come back and bring in some little artifacts and one and two nice African suit and say, boy, Africa, I get this, Because honestly, you have people say them well dressed out here. When you go to Africa, so you see dressing. Wow. Oh my God, man. But you see the time that they spend just to make the prints of the cloths and the different fabrics, to show, it will show you to the details that Africans have everything lack. Design, come on. Some of these movies, like the Nigerian movies, show you the Nollywood movies, give you a glimpse of what's happening. Not all of them, but some. But read them truly. I think the best way to go about this is for each person, each individual within himself, because you're from the African diaspora. Take the time out. Make a trip. Just like how you'd go to Paris and all these places to shop. Or even the UK. Take a trip and go to Africa and see for your own self. Because I've been there, I can tell the people, right now, honestly, it's a place for me. As an African and as a Rasta man and as a one who seek salvation and I want to find redemption, talking about Holy Mount Zion, Nice. That is the place. Because when I'm in Africa, honestly, I just go in and throw down my bag and thing and put on my African suit and walk out into the town like I'm really African, but you don't know, I'm last up myself in Africa. I'm on them know if I'm Jamaica I come from. I just buy my locks and my colours and I say, wait, Jamaica? Bob Marley?
So what you have in store for us tomorrow evening now? What's going on tomorrow evening?
Tomorrow evening is going to be an evening to remember because I tell you, it's a great maestro, King Beres Ammon and Messenger Luciano. You can't get no better right now. These are two great people with passion for what they're doing. I love what I'm doing. I love the message in the music. King Beres loves his music and he sings also for the lovers and people who love to sing along. Come along and feel the energy. I can't even tell you. You have to come and feel for yourself. It's like going to Africa.
Well,
you have to go and feel for yourself.
Can you give us...
It's going to be at the Civic Center, downtown Atlanta. And I have to big up this, I have to big up this promoter, my brother. Mr. Ardley is also the promoter for the Four Seasons. And I really have this Four Seasons cruise. And he was telling me that he had a record shop, record store or something.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a man who knows the root of the thing. And you see, when you know the root of a thing, you can't make it lose and just squander down to nothing. So I have to commend him as a promoter. Everywhere I go, I see posters, and the way, even the posters, the way they are printed. Because some promoters, you know, they give you some little thing like a bean and you look back.
Well,
I want to join Luciano though that says that Audley truly has to be commended for the work that he has been doing in this community. Not just
Absolutely.
to bring you here, Luciano, but through the year. I mean, last year this man took an entire shipload of people into Jamaica.
Sure.
And it is something that most people don't even consider to be of important. But to me, for him to have selected Ocherias, to have that boat land in Jamaica, wonderful. So
Respect.
Audley, if you're hearing, all the best to you, my man.
Respect.
Thank you
We're
very
almost
much,
out of time here, Luciano, but we
Man,
do have a
it's okay.
tradition here on Caribbean Runnings where we ask you to sing a little acapella so we can let the listeners know, you know,
That
what they
is
can
for real.
expect tomorrow.
Oh, glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name, O Most High God. Say glory be to the Most High God, hallowed be thy name. King of kings and Lord of lords, worthy to be praised. I ascribe to you dominion, power, and grace. Through all the years and years to come, you'll always be the same. It's me again, Jah, as I fall on my knees today. Help me, God, I pray. I wanna be carried away. It's me again, Jah, as I fall on my knees today. Help me, God, I pray. Preserve my soul today. You can hear that the voice is clean and ready.
Ready, man. Ready.
I'm going to take a few minutes just to mention